Hey everybody, me again. So I'm going to show you this really neat app and client that I use for presenting Google Sheets presentations. So here's the presentation I'm going to show you guys, which I already made I actually already made a video on. But basically, in short, what this does is it allows me to control Google Sheets from an Android phone or tablet. And it's really slick and really small and easy to use. So firstly, you've got to go to this website, limhenry.xyz/slides/. So I'm going to make that big for you here because that way it's a little easier to see. So limhenry.xyz/slides/. Let's see if I can, I'm going to make that even larger for you. Oh, too large. Good enough. I think that's the same size, but oh well. So when you get there, what you're going to see is this right here, remote for slides. And you got to do two things to set this up. Firstly, well, three things. Firstly, you've got to be using Google Chrome. So here I'm on Chrome version 80, which looks like it's updating as we speak, so that's cool. At any rate, this will work way back to version 70 something. And since it's a Chrome extension, it will work on devices where across Windows, Mac, or Linux. Of course, I'm running Windows on this one. It will also work on devices that you cannot install applications on because you don't have administrative access, which is often the case for teachers and students. So first thing you've got to do is download the Chrome extension. You can find that in the Chrome extension store. But basically, this is the one that you want, Remote for Slides by limhenry.xyz. And I've already installed and enabled it, but right here, if I had not, you would see it would say install to Chrome, something to that effect. So you would click this here. I'm not going to because I don't want to remove it. When you do, you end up having the Remote for Slides icon. It'll actually show up right here, but you can right click it and do hide so that it doesn't have to show up all the time. So I can do, actually this is what you'll see once it's installed. And normally I'll right click it and do hide in Chrome menu. So once you've got this installed in Chrome, the second part, you've got to download the Android app. And now this is on the Play Store. What I've got here is a thing called Genymotion, which is an Android emulator. So yes, it's on the computer, but this is showing you just a typical Android device, a very generic one. So we'll download and install it now. You've got to open up the Play Store, and I'll have to apologize here. It's somewhat slow because it's being emulated, but just bear with me. So you would probably already be signed in, but sign into the Play Store if you're not already. It may have some updates and stuff. Hopefully there won't be much. So now there's actually two ways of doing it. You can get it from the Play Store here by typing in simply Remote for Slides Lite. And then you'll find it. The other thing you can do, if you are in your account, your personal account here on Google Play, play.google.com, and you're logged into that same account in Google Play on here, then you can simply click the install button, which mine shows installed because I have it on some other devices, and then your list of devices will show up. And so I think right here, this is the one which is this. I can click that and it will start to install automatically. However, let's assume that you don't do that And let's just go through the Play Store. So Remote for Slides Lite by Henry Lim, and install. And that'll take just a second or two to install, and then I can open it. So now this is installed on your device, on your Android device, whether it's phone or tablet, though I'd recommend tablet, and I'll show you why in a second. And then you've got the extension installed on Chrome on your computer. So you can consider these, think of this as being your PC, and this is your Android tablet. Now in my case, they are on the same network. However, they do not need to be on the same network. In fact, they can be on entirely separate networks. I've used Remote for Slides from a phone that was simply connected to the internet on the phone's internet connection, connected to a computer that was connected to my school's Wi-Fi in the past. It's pretty simple to do. So you'll do Present with Remote. After you install the extension, this extra option will show up here in your slides presentations. Do Present with Remote. And now down here, it'll say Start Remote, and it tells you remotes for slides. So we'll do Start Remote, and after it does that, it gives you this ID. You can enter that ID right there, and do Connect. And now here, I'm able to advance the slides. The other really nice thing about this, though, is you can click here and you can actually get the presentation, the presenter view for the slides. So I'm going to make that larger for you so you can see. This is the presenter view, which shows you the notes that you would normally use. So I'm going to do next slide, and you can simply watch the notes change and the slide change. And again, you can have this on your phone, you can have this in another city. So if you have, for instance, let's say you are doing a presentation for someone where you're presenting to a group full of people in a meeting remotely. Of course, you can oftentimes do a screen share, and that works. That's perfectly fine. But if you wanted to, you can use this, and that way you know exactly what they're seeing because you can read your notes for it, and you can simply previous slide, next slide, and that's all it takes. And it's awesome. It really, in my opinion, adds a level of sort of professionality to your presentations. When you're standing there with just a tablet or just your phone and you're able to control the entire presentation, I feel like that really adds something to it. So I've never had any issue with malware, or I've never had problems with this, basically. And actually what you just saw where I had to log in, that's because this emulator, this virtual machine, I literally just made not 2 minutes before I started to record this presentation. So limhenry.xyz/slides/, and you can actually even type that into your browser on your tablet as well, and it will still open up. Here, let me show you that. So I'm going to, actually I'm not sure if I can copy paste between these, but let me close out of this. So you can even open up your standard browser here, which, let's see, which I think I would need to install on here because it doesn't even have a normal browser on it yet. Yeah, my apologies. But at any rate, on your Android tablet, you can type this in as well. And what you'll end up getting is this, except if you open it up on your tablet, when you click Download Android App, what it's going to do, instead of taking you to just the Google Play Store website, it's going to actually open up Google Play, and that'll give you access to it. So again, you've got a couple things required. Use Google Chrome, add the Google Chrome extension from the Chrome Web Store, put the Remote for Slides Lite app onto your Android device. I have no idea if this is available for iOS. I don't recommend iPads anyways. Android's much better for a million reasons. Once you've got that, you're all set up, and all you've got to do is enter in that code, that slide ID. That's about it. It's just kind of a neat way to be able to control your presentation. And even if you're in the same room with the people who you're presenting to, it's just going to look like you know what you're doing. I promise you that. So hopefully that's helpful. Here's the website. I am not affiliated with this guy or with his applications or anything. I mean, I found this because I knew it must exist, and this is the one that I've used since then. There are probably others, but I wouldn't bother because this one just works so well and so seamlessly. All right, thanks everybody.